Hello everyone and welcome to 2023. How are you doing? Have you had a good holiday? Good Christmas? Good New Year's? Good days in between? Good birthday if you had one, I don't care. Good whatever else you celebrate. Welcome back to this live stream, to my channel, to, I don't know, welcome back anyway. Welcome everyone, I really hope you had a good time, I certainly did. I took a week off, well technically I had like a week and a half off from streaming, but you know, I've skipped 2 streams, skipped 2 weeks of videos, sort of. The one doesn't really count where, you know, the psychedelic stuff. And I'm back. And thank you for the 13 months, Major Geeks, and the 250 bits. Ah yes, Wednesdays and Sundays just haven't been the same. You mean the singular Wednesday and Sunday that I didn't stream? Although technically I also didn't stream the previous Sunday, because that was Christmas Day. So I streamed the day before, on Saturday. Everyone got sick over New Year's, otherwise good. So, as long as they're better now, it's at least alright, I suppose. Not 2024. No, not quite yet. It'll be 2024 in less than a year. Oh, thank you for the sub. Unfax Live. Well, I couldn't watch much of the Christmas Eve stream either. Well, that makes sense, because you're American. So you're probably preparing Christmas dinner or whatever, because it's your afternoon. But still, because Christmas Eve isn't really a thing here. It is, I know it's in some European countries, but it's not in the Netherlands. So I didn't have anything to do on Christmas Eve, or the 24th. Just a normal day for me. Normal holiday day. Also, holy hell did the people shoot a lot of fireworks this year. Yes, they did. I suspect that it's mostly also partly caused by just Corona not being a thing at all anymore in the Netherlands. Technically it exists, but people don't really care about it or know it exists. So they just went all out. I missed the last stream by 3 minutes thanks to eating Christmas dinner. That's unfortunate. Well, happy you're back now. Probably because the last 2 years you were not supposed to do it over here in Germany. I think here, I don't know if there were any rules. There was definitely fireworks, but there will always be some fireworks at least. I don't know. You'd think inflation would stop people spending. Now you know what, fireworks with New Year, celebrating it with your friends, family, whatever, is a really big thing for people. People might turn their heat a little lower, or they might, you know, go for the cheaper brand of peanut butter, or go out to eat less often or whatever. But for a lot of people, the New Year's is such a big thing. We have only gotten fireworks for like a few years, like 15 years ago. So we never really did it. But I understand why it's a big thing. But yeah, I find fireworks to be prohibitively expensive. I've never bought fireworks with my own money. Just my parents, of course, 15 years ago, not me. So yeah, I don't get it. But hey, people love it. And I still went outside at midnight. I was at my parents' place. And watched the fireworks. It was beautiful. Ooh, thank you for the gifted subs, Major Geeks. Dogs suffer a lot. Yeah, you know, there's a whole lot of debate about should we ban fireworks. And obviously, let's say 1 people a year got injured from fireworks. Let's just say, you know, 1 person loses a hand in the entirety of the Netherlands. Then that's not a big deal, because people will always do things that are dangerous. You know, people get injured from biking, from go-karting, from whatever tradition, you know, driving to Sinterklaas celebrations. But if 10,000 people lost hands, it would be you know, fireworks would be banned very quickly. But it's somewhere in between there, and then it's difficult, you know, to say, is what happens bad enough that we should ban fireworks? And that's a discussion I don't want to get into now, because is not the place for it, my channel. But that is the discussion to be held, and that's why some people are for it, some people are against it, etc, etc. Hi Marcel, I hope your holidays were wonderful. They were, thank you Piscreate. I hope yours were too, and welcome. So, let's get started, shall we? I thought today we could play the European Cultural Festival scenario. Why? Well, because about 15 minutes ago I opened this menu. It was on this tab already. And I saw this, and I thought, hey, that would be a fun scenario to play. That's how I prepare my streams, basically. So let's go. You know, we have a goal of 2,000 guests, but I don't care about the goal. I just want to play in a fun park. The goal's easy anyway. So, what do we have here? We have... Well, do we have a guest 69? Oh, well, we have a handyman that is only mowing grass. Well, no, just no. Do we have a guest 69? We do! Do we have any water? Yes, we do too. Well, goodbye. I want to see you die. There we go. Much, much better. I got a promotion at work and I'm off all week. Ooh, nice. Congratulations, Piscree. Thank you, Slime, and Happy New Year to you too. First guest dead of 2023. And, hang on, did I just muted the volume. By accidentally pushing on it, on the button on my headset. Anyway, yeah, night in front of the Eiffel Tower. Is there really like a lake in front of the Eiffel Tower, or did the scenario makers do that? I don't know, I've never been. Are there any more handy... Oh my god, so many are set to mow the lawn. Not on my watch, baby. System of a Down. Wait, hang on. Oh yeah, Chop Suey was going on last time I listened to music on Spotify. I don't remember that, but yeah, there are a few System of a Down songs in my repertoire. Marcel, is it possible to create a continuous waterfall sound in RCT by somehow exploiting the splashbone sound effect? Probably. You know, there are a lot of like sound artists and whatever. They can probably do it. And now I'm not the sound artist. Oh, do you not mean with sound editing, but literally with in-game tricks? And if you put a whole bunch of them next to each other and time the boats, you know, with minimum waiting time or whatever, and always have them be empty, otherwise guest wait will screw it up. Yes, I think. Probably. Most likely. I think you will be able to. 69% hypertrain. It would be nice if it was a few levels higher, but you know. No lake like that, but there are small ponds next to the River Seine. Seine? Whatever it is in Ingalls. Ah, good old merry-go-round. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, Slime. So, let's actually go over what we have in this park. Because there are quite a few rides. So, we start out with this area, which has the French flag. Which, you know, should be white, but whatever. Sorry for that joke. We have an old Imperial Russian flag. It's not that I know that much about flags, but I saw this flag and I realized that it was not a flag I recognized. So I tweeted about it. That was like, I don't know, 2 years ago maybe. And someone told me it was an old Imperial Russian flag. I think it's weird that they went for that. Maybe they went for it because otherwise it would look too similar to the French flag. Because, you know, a red, white, blue tricolor. I don't know. It's not like it was still in use back then, you know, in 2000. This is much older than that. So here we have the Russian area, with clearly Kremlin inspired. And Sputnik cars. I feel like these Sputnik cars were made purely for this scenario. In the expansions. So, yeah, I find it a bit odd that all these cars are odd, you know? All these new cars, you know, you have very specific cars. You have like football cars. You know, if we go to that, object selection, and if we go to mini suspended, you have Dragonfly, which is, you know, fair enough. That's somewhat, they might have been in the original one, I don't know. No, they're from Time Twister, it says it bottom right. A hoverboard, clearly space inspired. Lay down cars, and these, and the. Hang on, where are the football cars? Or are they something else? Are they from a different ride type? Or will I unlock them later? Hang on. Maybe I'll just unlock them later. No. Oh, they're from the swinging suspended. Yeah, so you have the, like, water, the seaplanes. You have sloth. Why sloth? Gorillas. Football. It's ridiculous. And 1950s rockets, which are selected in this scenario. Probably to represent Russia again. No, not to selected only. Non-selected only. Isn't there a panda? Yeah, there's a panda, but that's from a panda expansion. From Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. And there's a Sputnik statue, which is probably from the European... Yeah, from the European theme. I mean, it is a Europe scenario, so it makes sense. Thank you for the 8 months. A33 Maxi. Hello, Daddy Marcel. That sounds a bit weird, but I'll embrace it. Hello, Daddy Maxi. We're both each other's daddies. Ew. Hello from Colorado, USA. All the expansion reskins of existing rides are so ridiculous. There are a few in there that I can see, you know, that are somewhat okay, but yeah, a lot of them are very weird. Anyway, this is the Russian area. Let's now go to the La France, which has an Eiffel Tower, a pond, a jardin, which is French for garden, and a TGV, or TGV limb coaster. Yeah, TGV trains. Why not? It's completely ridiculous. What's the goal? 2,000 guests or something. I don't care. I didn't realize there was a chain lift by that statue. I was thinking that the little hill getting really slow would cause a crash until I saw the chain lift. Wait, which chain lift? Oh, this chain lift. I never knew that either, but I also never thought anything about it, so it's neither here nor there. I quite like this design, I must say. It's just a bit weird that it's a TGV train. I mean, it fits thematically. But, yeah, it's just one of those expansion things. Thematically, it makes for a great park. But it's a bit weird in the grander scheme of the game. Okay, then next, we have the U of the K. And the I of the Lee. And Belgium. So, let's have a little look. This is the UK. It's a phone booth surrounded by a few buildings. We know exactly that that's just the UK. Big red phone booth. 2 massive red letterboxes. It's just... These building fronts are just... Georgian ground 4 wall piece 5. 4, 6. Hang on, which is 3, 3, 2. This is ridiculous. I never realized these British things were in there. It was like they like sketched a house. They probably like sketched a house like this, a building like this, and then they were like, okay, what kind of scenery pieces do we need to make so that we can build that building? We don't care if it fits in with anything or if it makes a sensible theme. We just need to make that goddamn building. The proportions are off. Yeah, the cell... But let's face it, if the cell booth or the telephone box was small, like realistic size, then it would just be way too small. It would not be a fun scenery item. I mean, the Eiffel Tower is way too small. It's like 300 meters high, right? In real life, I think. So... that should be much higher. Should be way too high. So... it's just all replicas. That doesn't really matter. And we have a little car ride called Scenic Taxis. I don't see a lot of scene. There's a few trees and a few heists that you've already seen when you walked up to it. It's just... I don't really get it. Everything is built to scale to make the guests feel bigger, unless they're near the phone booth. Suppose. It would probably require a lot of custom pieces to make a life-sized Eiffel Tower. Yeah, you could probably do it. Well, you can't, because the height limit of the game is less than 300 meters. It's slightly less than 200, actually. Hang on. Do we have, like, a perpetual... Yeah, we have a perpetual way too high amount of cars in there. Hang on. I'm scrolling. The scrolling isn't working. Well, I found a bug in this edition. There's no scrolling. Or my scrolling of my mouse is broken, but I kind of doubt that. Let's see. Nope, scrolling doesn't work here either. Or there. But... yeah, it still works here. Are you using a new version? Yeah, I'm on the latest dev version. Stream 2023. And the whole scrolling here to increase and decrease the number is an open RST2 feature. It's not vanilla. Same goes for these two buttons, by the way. In vanilla, they are like tiny, very wide for their height buttons on top of each other. So this entire size of the plus button would be where both the plus on the top and the minus button on the bottom were. We charge for the... okay, we charge for the entry. How much are we charging? $9? Scrolling is so integrated in me. Let's charge 40. Oh, well, let's continue with the tour. Is the steep log flume piece in your version? Probably. I have the latest dev. Let's go to Italy. Where the entirety of Italy is compromised... yeah, I think it's composed, whatever. Of the Colosseum, some kind of garden with a Roman archway. And of course, yellow taxis! Consists, yes, thank you. Why couldn't I... why couldn't I get that word? I'll hire umbrella prices. Not high enough. There we go. Is the yellow taxi thing... is that actually an Italian thing? Do we have any Italians in the chat? Or Russians, or Belgians, or UKians, or Frenchians? If you're from any of these 5 regions, do let me know. Destroy the UK area and make it a Dutch area. Well, there aren't really any... well, there's one Dutch senior item, actually. There's a windmill. Which is actually in the Belgian area. Which is... If anything, I should destroy the Belgian area and make it Dutch. So yeah, in the Belgian area there's a windmill, the atomium, a circus, because Belgium is just one big circus. A smaller circus, that doesn't work. Why is that an item? So far, we have not a single person admitting that they are from any of these 5 nations. Did you not do that last time you played this park? I don't think I've ever live streamed this before, but I might have. UK here. Yeah, so there's... Obviously there will be some UK people here. But the other nations I'm interested in. Although, you know, given the situations, we probably won't have any Russians. But Italians, Belgians, French. I know there have been some French people, definitely. And, you know, Belgians are Dutch people. Or Belgians are somewhat Dutch people, so... I don't need to recall... Well, I should recolor it, but, like, make it horizontal stripes. Let's go. I've definitely streamed this. Obviously, I've streamed every park in the scenario where I speed ran the game. Obviously. Hang on. Why can't I... Oh, those middle ones are just the yellow ones. They're not yellow colored, these ones. Are these the... Hang on, if I just... Make these yellow... Yeah, they're the exact same. It's not like they're slightly different shades. Nope, they're the exact same. So... This needs to go. Rain again? That's annoying. Yeah, this is 7 tiles, which doesn't neatly divide into 3. So the middle stripe is going to be a little bit shorter. Do you not enjoy mowed grass? Enjoy? Not enough. Well, no, not really actually. I like clear grass. I don't really like the mowed grass. Hang on. It should be 4. And then bleu. Or light blue for the Luxembourg version. But we are doing the Dutch version here. There we go. And now it's time to paint. The mowed grass makes the park look like a golf course. Yeah, or something like that at least. It's just not appealing to me. Looks a bit weird with a thinner stripe, but it's good enough. Would work well for a Latvian flag. The thinner stripe. Yeah, this looks quite weird, doesn't it? Don't know how much I like that, but it'll have to do. Obviously, no atomium. Because that's not Dutch. So how about another windmill? Now, it doesn't fit because it's a 3x3 and that's a 4x4. So, do we have anything other than Dutch in here? You can remove a row. Yeah, of course, it doesn't have to be symmetrical. That's true. A little bit of asymmetry can make it look nice. Thunderstorms woke me up at 5 AM. Oh, you meant for the flag. Well, I'm interpreting it for this. Thunderstorms woke me up at 5 AM and I'm so tired that I almost put popcorn in the fridge. There's nothing wrong with popcorn in the fridge. I love putting popcorn in my fridge. I have no idea what I'm talking about. And there, and there, and there. And that one. I haven't eaten popcorn in a very long time. Is it custom or some available one? This is just one of the expansion maps. With terrible, terrible pathing. I mean, look at this. We'll just get the... This is god-awful pathing. And I can't do anything about it. Like, what were they thinking? Well, actually, I can build a path in between here. Cool. I didn't know there was a passage here. Huh. Neat. Is there any other passage? Yeah, there are passages. I can fix the pathing issues. At least mostly. I think they'll still not be perfect, but they'll be good enough. Yeah, there's a passage there. I never knew that. That's amazing. And it fits with these paths being there. You know, they look like they're going off to nothing, but when you connect them, it works. And then also one here. What is in the way there? Oh yeah, that's the circus. Not anymore, baby. It's almost like they forgot to put the paths when they made the scenario. That might be true. It's not completely unrealistic. Because Chris Sawyer didn't make these. And then we connected there. Okay, so it's still not great. But it's better than it was before. Who did them? I think someone like from Frontier or whatever. Those passages in the layout of the tracked rides makes me think something changed during development of this scenario. Like maybe they put too much into it and then took stuff out to make it more fun for players. Could very well be true. I don't know. You know what I like? I like the path around here. Hang on, where does my path connect? Oh, it connects right there. I like the path that they built all the way around this area. It looks very good. The red with these fences and whatnot. I quite like that. I still can't get over the shadows on the Russian statues. You mean these shadows? Which change depending on where you're looking from. They always come from the left. But that's the thing, not just with these things, but with more scenery items. Thank you for the 17 months, Yarsnell. And welcome to 2023. Baby. Oh, we also have, by the way, a ride that connects all the parts. Well, all the parts. Not really. It goes from here to here. Which is all it does. Doesn't go to there or there or there or there or there. Nope. It just goes from there to there. Wow, helpful. Pick a coaster type for me to build. Well, pick one. We have 10 different ones. The most Dutch-like roller coaster. I don't know what roller coaster would be Dutch-like. Before we do that, by the way. I want more roller coasters. And thrill rides. We're not gonna get any water, right? So that's fine. These statues prove that the player of this game is actually the only source of light. Possibly the sun? That I am the sun. I am the son of my father, yes. Maybe the mice coaster, they look a bit like clogs. I mean, if you stretch it... Still not really. There's mice like cheese, and cheese, you know, kaaskoppen. Which means cheese heads. That's a Dutch thing. Oh, thank you for the 24 months, Mike. And welcome to 2023. And there we go. Gouda, Leerdammer, Edammer, Beemster. Those are all cheeses, all named after Dutch cities. That's just komijnenkaas. I don't know what that's in English. Don't know if it even exists in other countries. Just like hagelslag doesn't really exist in other countries. I mean, chocolate sprinkles, sure, but it's not really hagelslag. Can I ask you to name the mouse coaster Dutch apple pie and color it accordingly too? Maybe, but if someone else, you know, uses the channel point reward, they can recolor it. Because that's how it works, baby. You don't want to know. It's called cumin cheese. I mean, if you pronounce it like I just did, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know if that's actually how it's pronounced. You took the color option away. Yeah, because people kept making it salmon pink, and I could do like an exception to salmon pink or whatever, but I was like, I'll just take it away because your children can't behave. It's not my fault. It's not my problem either. Yeah, but who pronounces it like you do? I mean, maybe that's the official pronunciation. I don't know. I don't English well enough to know that. Call the coaster salmon pink. You see, that's not a problem, because that doesn't ruin the look. The most beautiful park in the country. Sweet! Oh, I'm out of cash. Alright, I can't scroll. That's bloody annoying, because I'm so used to the scrolling. Okay. And you go to 0. You go up. Let's follow it. It's got quite a lot of speed behind it. That's fun. It'll be fine in these turns. In real life this would, like, not be deadly, but uncomfortable. Here it's totally fine. Okay, drown a guest with the most Dutch name. Well, let's turn on guest names then. There we go. No, that's guest purchases. Oh, there it is. Okay, what's a very Dutch name? Anna and Anne are common in Dutch. Kees or Jan. I'm pretty sure it won't have any of these. Of those, because Oh, we do. Jan. Jan M. That's very Dutch. Bye bye, Jan M. Or guest 1371. Okay, let's see what the mouse coaster's got for stats. Oh, that's pretty good. 692 805 442. Okay, we got some geography question that hasn't been asked yet, so I'll keep my eye out for it. If only it was Jan S. Oh, you don't like Jan Smith? What do you know about Chad? Well, it's a country in the Sahara Desert, mostly in Africa. Capital is N'Djamena, and it's named after Lake Chad, which is, I believe, not entirely dried up, but drying up very fast. And I believe the capital N'Djamena is pretty much on the border of the country, or at least very close to it. That's about all I know. Then what was Lake Chad named after? Chad the Conqueror. I don't know. Call the mouse coaster blue, white, red for Dutch farmers. No. I'll see if I can color it after apple pie. What's even the color of apple pie? This? I mean, that's the color of apple pie, roughly. It's not very beautiful. So let's not do that. Oh. Well, it's beautifuler than that. Okay, how about we do... Well, actually, this might work. And if we don't throw in some of that... You know, this doesn't look too bad. Ooh, thank you for the 100 bits. Elf Wink. Yeah, you know, I like this. Crossroads has broken down. How many mechanics do we have? Enough, I would say. I believe apple pie is salmon pink. This is definitely closer to the color of apple pie. I've literally had apple pie yesterday. Light green cars, so they look like apples. Yeah, but I always use red apples anyway for apple pie or apples in general. I bought 4 red apples today. Ooh, a motion sim. I like a motion sim. I've always used Granny Smith for mine. I don't know anything about different apple brands. I just buy whatever is most convenient for what I need. I always get funny looks when I say I don't like apple pie. Well, you're getting one from me right now. Because who doesn't? Everyone likes apple pie. You're gonna make apple pie? No, no, no. But I did buy apples today. Okay, where do we have stalls? Like, we have one sub-sandwich stall in this area, which is on a bit of path that juts out, which I do not like. I just want to have a set of stalls, the main stalls in every area. In Russia it's very cold, so we use the hot chocolate here. Too bad we have no escargot stand. That would be very specific. Thank you for the 6 months. Stump test. Okay, this area where we only have a pizza stall. Why don't they have drink stalls anywhere? Park with the best staff. Oh, that I didn't expect. There's not even a single food stall here. Well, coffee is quite popular in the Netherlands, so a coffee stall is appropriate. Wait, we don't also need a drink stall. Hey Max, welcome. Oh, it was your micro stream, right? I was confused because you weren't streaming like an hour ago. And then now you're already done, but yeah, you literally we're talking about your micro streams. What's the closest to a Stroop waffles stall? Probably a pretzel stall? A pret stall? If I would need to guess, but... Okay, there's a sandwich stall here. Because it's well, a cookie stall, I suppose. We have a cookie shop. But the Brits like their cookies, so I'm gonna put it in Britannia. No, we don't need another... We just need some kind of drinks. There's no tea stall. So the Brits get coffee too. And then I've done the Italians. I've done the French. Yeah, that's done. And with biscuit stall one, that's appropriate. The Brits need a war stall. A hot war stall. War. I saw a fricadelle stall as an RTT custom item. Might I have it? Because I have a lot of items. I don't. Ah, drink some war. You know, if I just wanted some war, I could just go into the park, look up and open my mouth, because it's raining all the goddamn time. What is good? Is there a fry stall? No. We do have a fries stall though. Actually a chip shop. It's already called a chip shop. Because, you know, Sawyer is American. There's also a fries stall, I believe. I mean, Sawyer's American. I mean, Sawyer is British. Never mind. I meant to say that he's British. But for some reason I said that he was American. I don't know why. And there we go. That's all the staff fired. Just like you wanted. I know you wanted to see the park ruined. Ooh, let's build a Togo stand-up. Or a stand-up to go. Okay, where shall we build it? Italy sounds like a good place. In the meantime, I'll tell you about what I did yesterday. Because, you know, Christmas did with family, New Year's did with family, a lot of fun. Yesterday, I met someone for the very first time. Now, that's not very special. I did that the day before yesterday too. But yesterday was special because it was a friend. Namely, a friend I met on a speed skating forum. He's called Jay from Holland on Twitch. He's been in a few GeoGuessr streams a few times. So you might know his name. And we met yesterday for the very first time in real life. And it's kind of special to me. Not just, you know, because he's a really good friend. But also because it's the first time ever that I have met someone that are in the real life that I met online first. So that was a first for me. Not for him. He's met people from the forum before. Although one experience wasn't so great. But I won't go into that. And it was really fun. We went to Amersfoort. The reason we went to Amersfoort was that it's basically in the middle of where we live. And we would both have about the same time to travel there. And then we went to the zoo. They have a zoo there. And then after that we walked through the city a bit, went to like a few sites, had dinner, and then went back home again. That was really nice. That's a special experience. I met my boyfriend online. I first read it as I met my boyfriend once, which sounds really weird. Okay, how fast is it going here? Okay, that's a good speed. I don't know if I'll ever do a meetup. I might, but I don't know if I will. But yeah, you know, it's interesting because how our friendship developed. Because at first, we just saw each other post on the forum. And we both had like a thing for statistics. You know, things about lap times and whatnot, all that kind of stuff. And we quickly noticed that we often agreed with each other about, you know, issues or whatever in the speed skating community. And about, you know, which statistics are cool and whatnot, all that kind of stuff. And then you start talking to each other a bit on Twitter, because you both have a Twitter account. And then we moved on to Discord, and then a year and a half ago we first saw each other. Although he already knew what I looked like, because, you know, my face is kind of out in the public, and he did look it up. Which is fair. I probably would have done the same as if his was out in the public. And then we started talking about other things than just speed skating. Which meant that we were not just, you know, we didn't just talk to each other for the speed skating. We also could naturally talk about other things. And not have it be awkward. And then, you know, he got really into GeoGuessr and I got into GeoGuessr again. And then we both did that. And, you know, we talked about whatever, you know, life stuff as friends do. And then we decided that finally meeting each other would probably be a fun thing to do. So we did. We wanted to do it on the 28th of December, but he was sick. So we did it a few days later. We'll meet up in Groningen on a Sunday evening and hijack the stream. Just do it like a live stream from a park with all you guys. In the background, like a Stadspark or Norbert Not Soon. Let's not do that. I almost forgot an exit path. Which is something I don't really do anymore. Forgetting exit paths. Also, I can rehire the staffs. And I'm running out of money. Again. I need to advertise. Because we have reached the soft guest cap. I think these will go out of sync. I think these aren't in sync because I advertised right on the break of a new week. Max A in honor of our raider. Ooh. Also Max A, not Max Arceus, no Max A, because that's the... Oh wait, it was Drown and Gas, not Name a Ride. Whoops. Do we have a Max A? Let's see. Whee! Boing. Do we have a Max? We have a Max R. That's Mavis P. Max R. Well, now it's Max A. And you will die. Unfortunately for you. Bye-bye. Well, that was quick. You were very energetic. Also, who the bleep didn't connect this. Seriously. That's just stupid. Same with like... There's no connection there. These parts are just... They're giving me like a seizure almost. Just so bad that they are. An aneurysm or another illness thing, injury, whatever. Okay, is this ride too intense? It might be. It is. I did a little bit of too many inversions. Okay, we can fix that. It is a little bit more boring, but also a little bit less intense. There we go. How do you edit the coaster mid-track? Just close it, right click. That's it. I always used to do a similar design like this. Square, 4 patches of flowers, and a tourist thing in the center. Oh yeah, I've used a similar design to that many times. You know, I kind of love this design, this garden. It looks... Well, you know what it looks like? This style. It looks like just Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's a very particular style. And this is just classic Roller Coaster Tycoon. What's your favorite skill on RuneScape? I don't play RuneScape. Hey, I'm Marcel. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Serious Matty. And thank you for the 7 months. Oh, and thank you for the sub, Sleep Sled, which I missed earlier. Got to continue my thesis work. Good luck and have fun. Ooh, we have unlocked some new roller coasters. How about thrill rides? Not really. Okay, let's see. Enterprise. Why is this like a normal path instead of just extendoing the queue line? Also, I don't want that connected there. Dip, dip. There we go. There's a popular coaster in Italy called Blue Tornado with white tracks and blue supports if you want to rename that Italian coaster. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. So what was it? Light tracks and blue supports. This is utterly boring though. I'll make it slightly more interesting by doing that. And then a little bit of yellow. Little bit of yellow. I'll call it the Blue Tornado. Ooh, the advertising campaigns have finished yet. Oh, they were in sync. Lovely. Awesome. Can we see it reflected here? Yeah, it just went up massively. Which is great. Okay, so how many monies are the guests spawning with? 50. Oh, 50 is the minimum, not 40. That was a 60 here. Nope, 40 is the minimum. Assuming it's not 30. I see no one turning back, so it's probably not 30. So 40 monies is the minimum, so we will charge 40. I should build a few more cachet machines, just so that people can get more monies. One here. And of course, one in Britain. On there. On there. And there. And there. How much are the umbrellas? 20. Which is why we need the cash machines. I don't... oh, we have one in Russia. I think I was already there. Okay, there should be enough cash machines. So time to build more... hey, we just unlocked a new one. Was that the go-karts? Yes, it was. Let's build one. And let's build it... here. So there'll be French go-karts. Go-kart. I can't do a French accent. But what I can do is this. When I'm building here, we're playing in Français. This is Monter. Inclination. It's called Kart 1. Le go-kart. Virage à droite, très petit rayon. Probably means turn to the right. A very small radius. I think that's it if you translate it literally. Take Duvel's suggestion. Escargot. It's not Spanish though. But I quite like it. Escargot. L'escargot. Yeah, that works better. Because that also makes it seem like there's an article in front of it. I mean, this probably makes grammatically in French little sense. I like that construction is still just construction. Or that's probably pronounced like construction. Ah! The station is Quai. That does not seem like a French word. Quai. Quai. Scenic taxis est tombé en panne. En panne. Which just means it's broken down. And then that way. Oh no, that won't fit. Yes, it will. Nice. Is it pronounced like key? I don't know. I don't French. Out of every assignment and test I got in my last 2 years of high school in French, I failed every single one of them. Except 2. One each year that I didn't fail. So it's pretty clear that je ne français pas. I don't French. Ooh, we need to advertise the renewments. Bon pour une entrée demi-tarif, which is half price entry. Bon pour une entrée gratuite. Bon pour nourriture bonson gratuite. In year 4 I had to pick between French and German. I picked German, easier to guess. I should have picked German, but I picked French and I don't really know why. Maybe because my brother was doing French too. Not that we studied together or whatever, he was a year above me anyway. I don't know. In the end it didn't matter. Because I completed high school with a 5 out of 10, which is a failure grade on French. But That was fine, because I got plenty high scores in other high grades in other subjects. Is it the Monaco Grand Prix? Not really. It's the Le Cargo. Le Cargo. Yeah, let's changer Zuruk to English. There we go. Much better. German grammar is just annoying, but the fun thing is that people that learn it as a second language are often better at it than native speakers, as we do it just how we think the grammar might sound like. Well, I know that that's definitely a thing with English, so it might be with German too. You know, the people that say should that right, should off, are confused there and there and there, or your and your, or, you know, lose and lose. I think those are often, it's been said at least, that those are often people that speak English natively. Because when I learn that, I just learn that should've is a combination of should and have. But if you grow up natively, you just hear should've all the time. And you just know it means should have. But you don't always realize that it's a combination of the words should and have. You just know that it means should have. This is gonna be ugly as hell, but if you want to build roller coasters, you gotta build them in ugly places. Ooh, that fits nicely though. What's that song on the right? Is that one of their rock styles? Yeah, it is. Oh, it's rock style 2. Where's it coming from? All the way from here? No, this isn't playing it. Oh, it's from this one. Damn. We're still hearing it here. That's quite far away. Chain lift, there we go. That new coaster, Pizza Boy. Yeah. I'm not particularly a fan of this color scheme. There are some default color schemes which are really good, but some not so much. That poor flag. Hey, it's still a flag. It's not like I've built a coaster through it and gotten rid of all the flower pads. That would really make it a poor flag. And I'm not going to do that to Italy. I quite like Italy. I mean, not really. I don't have anything against Italy, but I don't really like it particularly either. I like some things that are from Italy. I just don't really have any strong feelings towards Italy itself. Ooh. More hats, please. A coaster that goes from Italy to the Netherlands. Yeah, it's a very long coaster, this. Italy makes really good food. That's true, I do like pasta in general. So, that's good. Let's do an inline twist, and another inline twist, and another inline twist. And another one, and a corkscrew. Or as I used to pronounce it when I was younger, cockshrew. Best element in the game. Have you looked at your YouTube statistics from 2023? Are there any interesting things? Well, I mean, there's one very big spike in both RPM, which is revenue per mil, and daily revenue. And I'll leave it up to you to guess what caused that. It should not be very difficult to guess. Okay, on that photo. Yeah, live stream. The big live stream. I made about 870 euros that day. Which obviously is much more than I make in a normal day, even on upload day of big videos. If I did make 870 bucks a day, that would be 240k a year? Yeah, I wish. Is that with counting super chats? Yeah, it's because of super chats. It's because of all your donations. Other than that, there are a few videos I thought would do better. There are a few videos that did better than expected. I think the biggest video of the year... Well, let me just see. I think it is a video about how fast you can go in the game. If we go to analytics, I know it's not showing for you, but that's on purpose. And we go we go 2023. Which video got the... No, not 2023, 2022. Yeah, how fast can you go? Got 193,000 views in that time. Then followed by Rollercoaster Tycoon 1 as the best difficulty curve, which is 182,000. You know, that video really underperformed. Until it picked up speed and started doing really well. It underperformed on launch. Then you got, can I save a theme park that's 17 million in debt with 163,000. Which took me off guard. Because that was not supposed to be a video that did well. That was supposed to be a video that did okay. But it did really well. Then what's the shortest ride with 10 excitement in RCT2. Which wasn't even uploaded. In 2022. You know what? There you go. This one was uploaded a long time ago. More than 600 days ago. Yeah, the 22nd of May, or 20th of May, 2021. And it just keeps on going. Forever and ever. It's the title. Yeah, it's a good title. But yeah, this one... Oh, you mean like the 17 million one? Yeah. This one just keeps on going and going and going and going and going and going and going. I love it. It got a big spike here, which was when my entire channel was doing well. What's your most profitable video ever? Oh, that's the one with... That's my most viewed video. It's the top 10... no, top 10. What? It's the one about the longest coaster with 1.8 million views. It just keeps doing... Well, it's not really keeping doing well. It's not getting a lot of views now, but... That will make me a lot of money. Where did most of your viewers come from? Well, most come from... On the bigger videos, obviously, from like home page recommendations and the recommendations after videos and stuff. Although some of the biggest ones have other main sources, like the longest roller coaster ones often, you know, always get reported on gaming news sites, so they get a lot of views from there. which are gaming websites are generally alright views. One of the longest courses I also got on nu.nl, which is a big Dutch news website, which means that the people that saw it were very likely to click off after 30 seconds. So those views weren't as great. Still made a good deal of money there. I absolutely love that guitar riff in Rockstyle 2. It's fantastic. What was the average view time? I don't know. Really bad. You know, my average view time is really high. I'm in a Discord server for partnered YouTubers. So it's not just people asking how do I get subs that have, you know, that are people who get 20 views a video and make unscripted Minecraft Let's Plays without any editing. So it's not people like that. It's people that actually, you know, that are partnered, making money, sort of know what they're doing, at least. And there, you know, we have different graphs there and stuff, whatever, that, you know, indicate how well a video is doing. And if you have a 10-minute video, if you get above 61% watch time, I believe, you're in the top 10 videos on YouTube in terms of watch time for 10-minute videos. Now, my 10-minute videos usually get between 65 and 70%, which is much longer. So my videos are always doing really well. And I don't know why, but I mean, I don't know why specifically, but I assume it's just because I'm a good writer, I suppose, and a good speaker. Okay, this all has to go. I like your videos because they're short and sweet. They're not really short, though. I mean, they might be short compared to whatever else you watch, but 10-minute videos aren't that short. They are to the point, that's true. What I love about my videos and my watch time is that it is undeniable proof that script writing, video content, video ideas, that is much more important than some flashy editing. You know, editing is important. But, you know, flashy graphics, you know, have you seen like the graphic, you know, it'll have pop-up on the bottom left and it'll be very smooth and it'll have like a cursor that clicks the bell button, clicks the subscribe button, stuff like that. And, you know, flashy 3D intros or, you know, cool outro graphics and whatever. You know, that will still improve your video, don't get me wrong. It's still good to have that, but it's not nearly as important as just having good content. Drown someone with a red umbrella. Alright. There are not as many of those. There's one here. And that's what my channel proves, and it's a perfect example of, is that you don't need high production quality to be successful on YouTube. Because my editing might be good, my pace might be good, but my editing is not flashy. It's very simple. But it's effective. Okay, what coaster type would you like after I'm done doing these? I'm working and I look over and I see a drowning guest. I mean, yeah, that's what I do. I'm the big guest drowner. Oh, and also have a little sip of water. Yeah. Can you play any right music from RST on an instrument? Sort of. Slightly, a little bit. I've forgotten it now. Nothing from Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, but I did once learn a little bit from Summer Air from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Woody in the UK. Oh, we don't have a Woody. I thought I had the I had the gentle ride, but I wanted to show you the coasters. Some videos are padded out with comedy, for example in an iceberg video. Depending on who does it, it can work really well. You know, you say comedy in quotation marks because you think it's not actual comedy and you don't think it's funny. But if someone does it right, that works really well. If you just dryly present iceberg facts, it doesn't really work. Please cheat. No, I will not. So, you do need sometimes a bit of comedy in there, and that can be done well or it can be done badly. I rarely see the use in subscribing to channels these days. Why would I subscribe to a channel when I see the newest video an hour after they come out on my recommended? Oh, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I love subscribing to channels. Do you know how many people complain about not seeing people's videos? You know how many people complain, I missed this upload because YouTube didn't show it to me. You know a way to make sure YouTube shows you all the videos of the channels you've subscribed to? The subscription boxes. There's a tab, top left. It's called subscriptions. And every video from every channel you follow is in the subscription box. There we are. Chronological order. All the videos from my subscription. I like to be able to filter by creator. Wait, can you? Oh, this is a list. I want a grid. Oh, manage. Does it just manage my subscriptions? Yes, it does. But if I just go to recommended, which is home, then that will give me, you know, it might give me the videos I want, but it might not. And you know, a lot of these videos I do see in my recommended before I actually watch them. So, yeah, I use the recommended for that a lot too. But I will always check my subscriptions to see if I've missed anything. Which I might have. You'll know that I don't actually watch that many videos from my subscriptions. But from all channels I'm subscribed to, I watch some videos sometimes, so... Anyway, that's what the subscriptions are good for. Just to make sure that you don't miss any. It annoys me so much that people complain about YouTube not showing you every video. Oh, and they'll say, you know, they'll slam with their fist on the table and they'll be like, damn it, I want YouTube to show me the videos I've subscribed to. That's what I subscribed for. And then they don't use the subscriptions tab. They think that if you've subscribed to someone on YouTube, that will make YouTube always show it to you in the homepage. That's just not how it works. And yeah, there has been like the occasional video that is missed in the subscriptions feed. Probably because of some kind of bug or whatever, but at least like 97-98% of the videos are there. It happens sometimes, but maybe once every few months, that I'm like, hey, hang on, did I see this video in my subscriptions feed? How did I miss it? And maybe it was there and I just missed it. I exclusively use the subscription page on desktop, never the home page on mobile. I use both. I use both on both, but I use the subscriptions page more on desktop and homepage more on mobile. Don't really know why. I found your videos from recommended. Came for the microcoaster tricks, subs for the Nightwish commentary on in the Alpine Adventure stream. Ah, I'm not a Nightwish fan, I see. I'm excited for the next album. Okay, let's build a mini coaster. They're cute. Let's build it here, because we haven't really built anything here yet. Yeah, we can build paths around this. It'll be good. Custom scenario? Nope, this is not a custom scenario. You know, it surprises me how many people don't know the expansion scenarios, both for 1 and 2. Yarsnel did spend points 7 minutes ago. If it doesn't show, then that's a Twitch bug. Oh, this ride just broke down. Because, you know, this stream I've already had a few people, well, I think like 3 people ask whether this is a custom scenario. And on, you know, other times I've played it, I've always had a lot of people asking it. So, apparently, a lot of people just don't know that. I use notification feed, scroll through my most watched channels since they're right at the top. I never use YouTube notifications. The only YouTube notifications I get are for replies to comments I've made. And sometimes when people go live, I don't know if I've ever asked for that, but it does. Give me them. You all really need to play the expansion scenarios if you haven't. Some of them are really good, at least beautiful to look at. Well, you know one thing that's good about the expansion scenarios? They give a challenge. You know, they might not necessarily have a good design, and some don't give a challenge. A lot of them don't, even if they're expert, but a lot of them do. Yeah, let's just put a second chain lift. Can you do Victoria Falls sometimes? Sometime. Sure. Don't know when, but sometime. For example, the Metropolitan Metropolis scenario is bad. It's a I think it's like a 5-year 1100 guests one. Oh no, it's 1100 guests, but never have your park rating drop below 700. And as far as I know, it doesn't have any other restrictions. That's not expert. That's maybe the start of advanced, depending on ride selection and whatever. But on the other hand, you have ones like the Coastersaurus, the Jurassic Safari. Those are quite difficult. And that's a good challenge. So yeah, I absolutely recommend playing the expansion scenarios. This is a not so mini coaster. You know what's interesting? I sometimes get recognized on Reddit. I was having a discussion today on Reddit in a thread about, you know, issues that men face in society. And I was making some point and compared it to, you know, some issue. I compared it to racism to show that, you know, it's a real issue, but the content doesn't really matter. And I was arguing with someone, and suddenly they were like, "Hey, I know you. You're the guy from YouTube." And I always feel a bit awkward because it turns it from a situation where it's two people arguing or discussing a thing, two equal people, to it being like a fan and a creator where I'm somewhat on a higher level because they're a fan of me. Doesn't mean I'm better, but you know, you get like the fan creator interaction. It's different if it's just randomly when we're talking about something wholesome or whatever. But sometimes, yeah, it happened even, this argument wasn't heated, it was fine, but it happened even in slightly heated arguments. Which to me is a bit awkward, but it's also fun. And it just, you know, comes with the territory. Although I suppose people like Markiplier, PewDiePie, etc., they probably have Reddit accounts too that we just don't know about. For all we know, we could have been arguing, you know, I could have been arguing with PewDiePie 2 months ago on Reddit. I don't know. RCT2 has already come to mobile Spliff Doctor. It's called RCT Classic. It's released in 2017, I believe. Okay, this is not a very British coloring. So it either needs to be red, white and blue, or it just needs to be grey. Both are quite British. I think this is good enough. I love seeing Doug Demura, who is that, argue with people on Reddit. TGV Twister has broken down. Or TGV Train Twister. Oh, it's one of our best money makers. Actually, it's one of our worst, because it probably has the highest running cost in the entire park. Let's see. Profit. Yeah, it does. Highest running cost in the entire park, because it's a launched coaster and stuff. Why the hell are there snow trees in the corners? Because they're mountains, baby. Obviously. Then why are there mountains in the corner? I don't know. To show that we're in a valley in the Alps, which is sort of the center of Western Europe. I don't know. Or we're a valley in the Carpathian Mountains. I didn't make the scenario. Alright, we can't scroll. Is that location of the park? I don't know, it doesn't say. I'm just making stuff up. Yeah, Russia would have plenty of mountains, but so does Italy, Switzerland, France, Romania, Austria, Germania, España. Imagine trying to speedrun with this version. Oh, that would be just no. Just no. I don't want to do that. Ooh, we have unlocked lots of more coaster types. Let's build a Hoonier. Hello, Purple Haste 1333337. And welcome to 2023. Like the Futurama bit. Welcome to the future. Or was it like the day of tomorrow? Or whatever the guy said. Are you a vampire now? I am. Why does that make me sound like a vampire? I don't get it. What version are we on? This is the latest dev version and it's bugged, so you can't do the scrolling thing. Like, I'm scrolling right now, which you can probably hear. And it doesn't do anything. I mean, it doesn't do anything when I scroll up because I'm maxing out the loan, but I'm scrolling down now. Transylvanian accent. I was just trying to imitate the guy in Futurama that tells Fry he's like in the future. Okay, look at that graphic. We're just going through the 3D cinema. Hang on, what if we... Okay, that doesn't work. I'll keep this because it looks funny. Oh! This is even more extreme. Oh, we're also going almost through the Colosseum. Oh, look. Okay, that's just cool. That is just cool. That's the 4D effect for the cinema visitors. Yes, we do have a pizza stall in Italy. I didn't even put it there. No, I did put it there. I think no, it was already there. There was already a food stall here. I really like this helix around the Colosseum. I didn't even intend to. I was just building a turnaround and I was like, hang on, I can just keep going. Oh, by the way, let's get back to me meeting Jay for the first time. Because, you know, we met on a speed skating forum. And one of the things he said was a thing I hadn't really thought about yet. Is that he said that, you know, when I'm talking with you about speed skating, the nice thing is that I don't need to hold back. And the same goes for me. You know, when I talk to my mom about speed skating, I need to hold back. She is not as much of a nerd as I am in speed skating. She doesn't care about, like, minor statistics, or, like, very minute and unimportant details. She does care about that I make all my statistics, and she finds that interesting. But, you know, I don't need to tell her about that, you know, fast opener I found from 2003. But when I'm talking with Jay, I can. He finds it interesting. I find whatever stuff he does interesting. And we've both been doing speed skating statistics independently of each other before we met. And that's one of the great things. We just can go full nerd mode and talk about every tiny unimportant statistics that we want, and the other will like it. Don't get me wrong, we both still get tired of it sometimes. You know, after having talked about speed skating for 2 hours. Sometimes we're just like, okay, let's just not do speed skating, you know, for the rest of today. That of course still happens, but in general, we can just go on forever. That obviously doesn't work. Does it still have enough speed for this? I don't think it will. I might need to put in a chain outlift there. Do you skate yourself? No, I do not. I do not. Why didn't you two go skating together? Because I don't skate. He does. You can find him actually, his profile on the onto the speedskatingresults.com or osta.nl. Well, you could if you knew his name. Which I'm not going to tell you because he doesn't want to. That's why we call him J. That's not the name, that's just the letter J. It's not like J-A-Y. Does he watch the stream? Not this one, but he's popped in on GeoGuessr streams a few times because we both play GeoGuessr. Would you ever try skating? Oh, I've tried it. And it's alright, but I just don't really have any desire to do more of it. Last time I stood on the ice was 2019. Is the picture on osta.nl him? Is there a picture on the front? Oh yeah, there is. No. It wouldn't... I wouldn't be surprised if that was... I don't know if it's... Is that a real picture? Yeah, it looks like a real picture, just scaled down massively. It might also just be a drawing, I'm not sure. The way it's not him. I wouldn't be surprised if that picture was like 20 years old. Okay, let's watch this junior coaster. Let's see if it makes it. Because I'm not sure it will. Well, at least survives the 3D cinema. Okay, I didn't expect it to fail here already. You know what we can do? Perhaps. Is... Yeah, that's just... This is gonna make no sense. I'm just gonna... If we just put boosters here... Oh god, the Enterprise is in the way now. There we go. Now it should make it. There's a speed skater named Marcel Vos. Well, it's not me. There we go. 69, 70. 72. That's very fast for a junior. It easily makes it. In fact, I'm worried for lateral G's. Yeah, 2.95. Whoopsie. Well, it's only 7.96 intensity, so we'll go for it. Like, less than 8 intensity, even though we have extreme laterals. That's kind of ridiculous. Can you put a Roman entertainer and a Tiger entertainer in the Colosseum? Sure. Oh, there's already path inside it, which I didn't build. Well, that's already the Roman one. And there's the tiger. And there they are. Dueling it out. Stabbing. I mean, he is like has his sword out in front of him and they're walking into each other. That must hurt the tiger. He just slammed it. He just stabbed it again. That must be painful for Mr. Tiger. It doesn't seem to faze him. At all. Funny, but I never get it what entertainers are doing. They're walking around in their costume and every now and then they do a little dance. And that makes the guests happy. Because who doesn't get happy seeing an overpaid minimum wage worker sweating in a panda costume? I mean, it makes me very excited, let me tell you. Overpaid minimum wage. Yep. I probably meant to say underpaid. I think I meant to say overworked minimum wage. That was probably the thing I said. I don't actually know anything about how that works, by the way. I was just, you know, attempting comedy. I wish there was an option to force the entertainers on guests and force guests to make a photo with them and pay entertainers $30. Damn, you are cruel. Ooh, that's a spicy quote. Not one you expected, probably. It's my best quote ever, baby. This park was a terrible mistake. I wonder which park I said that about. Might have been one of the overcrowded ones. Probably not a generic one, like this one. Do we already have a space rings? Yes, we do. Let's build another one. But this time, we'll make it terribler. Because... that. This makes it very terribler. A single ring. Pizza on pineapple is bad. I mean, just imagine having like a pineapple and just slamming a pizza on top of it. Oh, by the way, speaking of about speed skating. Yes, I'm going back to that again. This weekend we'll have the European Championships. Now, there are so many problems with that, but and controversy around it, whatever. But the exciting thing is there will be a Spaniard that's competing. For the first time in like 40, 50 years, there's a Spaniard competing in a big tournament that actually will do well. Like, he's expected to make top 10, maybe even like top 6. If he does really well. And his name is Niliop. Which has 3 L's in it. Or, I think his full name is Niliop Izquierda. But I find it amazing. And he's active on Twitter, which is fun. You know, he's retweeted stuff I've tweeted before. And he tweeted about being there and competing today, so I wished him good luck and he liked that. It's fun interacting with speed skaters on Twitter like that. The Chad speed skates. I don't think there's ever been a speed skater from Chad who's actually skated competitions. Like, there's definitely been a few people from Chad who came to some countries with ice and, you know, skated on the ice, but that doesn't count. Because then I would count as a speed skater. I mean, it counts as having speed skated, but not as being a speed skater. Just look at how many guests we have. Damn. 3,200 already. I didn't realize it was so many. So, yeah. The goal is 2,000 in 4 years? Yes. We have 2,000 in less than 2. No exploits. I've been building quite slowly. I've been building fairly expensive coasters. I've just been advertising. That's all. How many games did you buy since September? None. What was the last game I bought? Okay, technically it's Mini Metro, I think, for mobile phones, because I was wondering, you know, I've seen people play, and I was wondering, you know, I'm kind of looking for a new game to play on mobile. I'll try it out. Then I got bored after 5 minutes. It was only €1, so I don't really count it as having bought a game. I don't know when that was. I think it was like somewhere about half December, maybe late November. My last computer game I bought... Oh, I don't know. I think Stardew Valley, which was like probably like last April. Somewhere around there. Spring last year. Oh, we got a donut shop. Can we get a Portal RTX stream? I don't even know what that is, Portal RTX. I know Portal and Portal 2, but I don't know what Portal RTX is. With ray tracing on. Okay, so it's literally just that. I thought it might have been, but I wasn't sure. No. I'm not planning on playing Portal ever. I've never played Portal. I don't plan on it. Is it true that I've never played it? I might have played it like for 20 minutes one time or whatever. We had the game. My brother played it. I just never did. Love the flowers around the Sputnik statue. Yeah, so do I. It's a good gradient. I also don't know if I have a strong enough computer for all the ray tracing stuff. Do a donut shop and call it Do Nuts. Alright. If this video gets demonetized, it's on your head. Yeah, oh, there it is. Well, this is the British spelling of donut. Not the simplified spelling. Okay, we have lots of monies. Let's build lots of expensive coasters. Let's build it here. Just above everything. Then we'll go that way. Then that way. And the chain lift will go through here. I hope there's no turn in there. Nope, there isn't. Wonderful. Can we just go straight into Italy? No, that won't work. Can we buy any land? No. No, there's no way that we can go straight into Italy. This doesn't work that way. Okay, you know what? I need to do that. And then go that way. There we go. That's not scary at all. Ooh, the ass campaigns are finished. It's gonna be expensive to renew. And the last one. You know, a few days ago, sometimes I search for Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 live streams on Twitch, and so I did a few days ago. I found someone who was streaming. And he was alright, you know, he was not a bad streamer, although his knowledge of the game was clearly very, very limited. Even though he claimed to have played through a lot of all the classic stuff, which he probably did, because why would he lie about that? You know, a lot of scenarios on classic, his knowledge was extremely limited. But it was a bit awkward, because I was the only one chatting, even though there were a few viewers, like 5 viewers or something. But I was the only one chatting. And I always find it awkward when that happens. Because when I shut up, the chat is dead. And then I'm still watching, but I sometimes am not in the mood to chat. And then, you know, streamers will be like, you know, what should I do, chat? And then they won't get a response. And that eventually did make me stop watching, unfortunately. And then I started watching someone else. Been there on both sides. Yeah, I've only been there on one side. Obviously, because I started streaming after I had a YouTube audience. But I don't know, it just feels... Sometimes having a one-on-one chat with a creator is really nice. But sometimes it just feels a bit awkward. You're the only one keeping the chat alive. But he was a good streamer. And he had a really nice beard. It's just that his content was generic. And if you make generic content, it's extremely difficult to make it on Twitch. Especially if you play a game that's not that popular like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I can't speak for that guy, but I'd rather want you to go if you have to than feeling obliged to stay. Yeah, I did go. I didn't have to because I started watching someone else. But I did want to go, so I, you know, kind of had to in that regard. Ooh, can we go through that loop? I'll just fast forward it a bit so we'll keep making more money because I'm running out. Can you add some water rides? No, I won't. Because I don't like you and I don't like what you're... No, I won't because we don't have any. So even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to. Any coaster in the rain is a water ride. Fair enough. We go up. Saying you're gonna lurk is also a good way. Yeah, but you know, I don't really plan to do that. I don't just suddenly go, oh, I'll just not talk for a bit. That just happens, you know? Please keep hydrated. That's not a bad idea. But you know what happened at the next stream? The next stream I was at, I was recognized. The first guy didn't recognize me. The next person did. And which I didn't expect. Because it was a woman streaming. And I have very few female viewers. But obviously I do have some. And I was recognized. And I was like, Marcel, who? I've never played this game. You must be confusing me for someone else. And then I kept saying stuff that obviously showed I played the game. Like, you know, that scenario is shit, that scenario is good. And we had a whole thing. It was obvious, you know, she knew who I was and that I was me. But we kept, like, pretending like I wasn't me. And, like, you know, he sure knows a lot about the game he's never played before. And I was like, yeah, it's almost like I've made hundreds of videos about it. It was a lot of fun. And she was a really good streamer. You know, I had an audience of about 15 people, but it seemed a really healthy audience, you know. Lots of active chatters. And I'll probably watch a stream of hers again in the future. She also knew a bit more about the game. And maybe it's just me, but I can't watch streamers who just have like no knowledge about the game or very little. Or like for Cody, for example, is not a really good player, but that's not what I mean by very little. He is, you know, above that threshold still, easily. I mean people who know much less. Maybe it's because I know too much about the game that I just don't like that. But it quite often happens. Because it'll be someone that has played Roller Coaster Tycoon as a kid. And they'll be like, huh, you know what, I can live stream that. I'll pick it up again. But then they'll barely know anything about it. And for some people, you know, if they already like the person and the personality, that's no problem. But for me that doesn't really work. I hate to watch streamers that play Stardew Valley and don't know anything about it. I think that's a bit different. You know why? I have watched Roller Coaster Tycoon streams that don't know anything about it, but I kind of intuitively know what they're doing. Which I think I did with Stardew Valley as well. Whoops, that's lateral G's. Which I think I did with Stardew Valley as well. It's fine if you're sort of intuitively good at the game, even if you don't know a lot about it. But there are people that are just very bad at the game and probably simulation games in general. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my cup of tea. And also, if it's someone I would already like to watch, it's different. It does depend on the personality. Okay. Can I? I see a few red pixels there. If I click on that pixel, does it... No. It's fine if I've never played it before, so we both learn and progress through the game together. But if I've played it before and I just end up frustrated whenever they go the wrong way, miss something. Yeah, I have that in Roller Coaster Tycoon sometimes, you know. The one time when someone just didn't put... you didn't was frustrated because his coaster didn't go, because he didn't realize he needed to put a chain lift on it. Hey, look at that, I got my own option. Now, if there's more than one vote for that option, something's very wrong. Just me saying that will probably make some people vote for it. Ooh, that's an ugly color combination. I like the purple. Surprisingly, there's still only one vote for me. No trolls today. I already voted, so I can't troll the vote. Yeah, I did say the bit late side, which was probably good. Good stats. I like these stats. 854, 825, 393. I think my worst experience was someone who was playing RimWorld for the first time and said you can add chairs to crafting. I said you can add chairs to crafting stations for speed boost, and they accused me of backseating. I mean, if they had explicitly no backseating, then that's fair. Not every streamer likes backseating. For me, backseating is fine, and in Stardew Valley to a certain degree. You know, if you tell me everything to do, especially now that I've become, I've become familiar with the game, I know what things do, then, you shouldn't backseat too much. But some people don't like it. Their title was Let's Learn RimWorld. It still depends. It might have been that they didn't like it, but were also unclear about it. Might not be your fault. But I've seen like a little thing under the stream, not in the stream title, but like under the stream, like a little tag saying backseating allowed. So there must also be one for no backseating allowed. But if it's just that little tag, I do find that to be a little bit unclear. It's hard to backseat you with RST since you already know so much. Is it? Marcel, you're missing the exit path. Marcel, you can hire staff again. Marcel, you forgot channel point reports. Okay, that's not the game. Marcel, guests are drowning. There's quite a bit of backseating going on. That's not backseating. Is it not? What exactly is backseating? Marcel, name a coaster after me. Sure. Your want is my command. Your wish is my command. Sabrina Rebena. Backseating is when you try to be better than the streaming. Oh well, yeah, good luck. Well, backseating is very much a thing with me if I do scenery. I'm not bad at scenery. I'm okay, but not much more than okay. Which is not what I would have said 2 years ago. 2 years ago I would have said I was bad. Yeah, I also thought it was way to anything what a streamer tries to do, but you're trying to be better. You know, that's a thing for me as well. You know, when I watch someone play Roller Coaster Tycoon and they are clearly receptive to tips, they, like the backseating, I always think, how much should I backseat? Obviously, I shouldn't backseat to the maximum of my ability, because that's not appropriate. People don't want to play like that, and it's just way too much info anyway. So it's always that I need to think about, what info do they need right now? And also how much am I willing to provide? Because sometimes I just can't be bothered. which is obviously fine. Because sometimes I just want to chat. Or have something in the background that's distracting. Or whatever. You know what's the worst type of backseating? Drivers. Or people, I mean, when you're driving. Because, I've never, I've had it, but not very often. But a few times when I was driving, people try to backseat. I mean, that's where it comes from, right? It's extremely annoying. Not that they literally warned me of something I didn't see, which doesn't really happen, but I think it's happened once or twice, but not very often. It's annoying when they're doing it when it's not necessarily I've already seen the thing. Question: I saw you connect two paths despite a path existing to create a rectangle. Is it actually better for pathing or is it just appearing? You mean this little connection? I just thought that people wanting to go from here to here needed to walk around, and it probably wasn't ideal. It's a... You know, if you ask me what my rules are for creating my pathing, I can jot down like a few simple rules, but the exact reason, like why I built the paths here and why I built certain paths in other places, often it's just me thinking that a path will improve the pathfinding, but exactly reasoning why is difficult. Alright, CS line. You need benches and bins. I kinda do, don't I? But I'm lazy. Let's get the plug-in! Woo! Ooh, that was a no-no. But it worked. I don't want those though. Bench warmer. Let's go for that one and that one. Ding! Wait, those are the same. Doesn't... Oh, I think it does not work again. Oh well, we're stuck with this one now. Somewhere it's trying to place and it doesn't work, but it still worked. The space benches are ugly. Yes, they are. Don't think I can do anything about it though. Unless maybe that's what's causing the issue. No. Let's try again. Nope. There's some issue and I don't know. Whoops. I don't know what it is. Plug-in probably a little bug. But this is not replacing them and it's annoying. Oh well. Oh, we got a Ferris wheel. I think you know what that means. Yabba dabba 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 doo. Is there any space for this? Is there any space for this? Is there any space for this? Yes, I see it. I say space. Yeah, I'll put the entrances on the other side. If that all fits, I think it will. Oops. Ah! 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 Happy New Year to you as well, Donzia, and to everyone else. Is there a list of plugins that you use that's available? Make a screenshot. I'll wait. Time's up. Or you could watch my top 10 plugins video. There's always more space if you build rides on top of each other. I know, but that's a lot of work. And ugly. I mean, yeah, I could have just built on top of this limb coaster, but no. Dip, dip. Oops. Dip, 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 dip. You know, there was a time where I pretty much only used this. Even for short little paths. But last few years I've been using just the drag tool quite a lot. You know, when I need to drag paths. It's faster. And I'm apparently precise enough that it works. The ads still running? No, they're not. And I can't scroll. Which style is that? Fantasy style. Fantastic. I use the drag tool all the time. Have so since I was a kid. So ever since you were a kid, you often dressed up in drag. I didn't even know how to race when I was a kid, though at some point I found out. I probably didn't know it as well when I started playing the game, but I think I found out pretty quickly. You know what I learned really recently? By really recently, I mean I think in 2017. Is how to make coasters have multiple colors. You know, you use the alternative color schemes. I did see those. I did see these, and I was like, okay, I have alternative color schemes. I didn't know what I did. I never saw this brush for some reason. And yeah, you can paint individual track pieces, have up to 4 different color schemes per coaster. I only figured out how to do that like 5.5 years ago. Something like that. I don't know why it never occurred to me that that button might do that. And I always thought that pre-builds like... Do we have any here? Raven Racer? Yeah, pre-builds like Raven Racer. I thought that was just a developer-only tool. That they have multiple colors. Does alternative color schemes affect the award for colorful rides? That's a good question. I think that it just looks at whatever color is in this slot of the main color scheme. I think. That seems logical to me with, you know, based on my experience of how coding works. I don't think it would look at the actual color of all the pieces itself. But I could be wrong. We could easily test it. There we go. Rainbow Ferris wheels, baby. Number 3 has the longest queue, because that's what we're advertising for. Well, it doesn't have the longest queue anymore. This coaster would be making quite a bit of bank if we charged for it. I love these trains. A lot of excitement factor bonus. Are the visitors saying professor sometimes? If so, why? If not, what are they saying? I don't know what they're saying. Some people, I think, hear like roller coaster. I don't know. I heard a laugh there. I mean, you can obviously make them do one particular sound. That sound. Lots of coughing. Okay, I'll need some handyman to clean this up. Quickly! Before the park rating gets screwed. The one who's puking, well, at the moment, none of them. So I'll just pick this one, because they've all been puking. I sometimes hear Blumenkohl, which is German for cauliflowers. Yeah, I've never heard that either. I've never heard anything in it. I've never paid enough attention to hear something in it. Okay, let's fire most of these again. Because we don't actually need them. I'm gonna keep 40. Stand mechanics doesn't really seem enough for this park, but I mean, none of them are doing. Well, only one of them is doing anything. So, oh, all the standard rides are on 30-minute inspections, which helps a lot. I feel like, by the way, that I think the G's here are quite high. Yeah, look at that. Ka-ding, 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 ka-ding. I think that's here. There's not a lot of negative G-ish. But yeah, I think... Pretty sure that's here. Oh, that's the lateral graph. I thought it looked odd. Oh, there we go. This is it. This looks... This is the vertical G graph. Yeah, you can see it in the red. I thought something was looking off. Also, I don't like that when you extend this. It should stay in the middle. It should not just go to plus 24 Gs and still not show me the bottom of this graph. We have easily crushed the goal. We can even pay back our loan. You know the scenario, Six Flags Magic Mountain, you know, the one where I have a 1.56 second record, or 2.56, either of the two? I think 2.56. And, you know, you scroll down quickly to pay back the loan. In Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, in the vanilla, you need to do it like this, 50,000. So you'll sell the two rides you need to sell really quickly, and then you're just stuck going down like this, very slowly, for 50,000 bucks. And it makes it feel so much less speedy. And it is so much less speedy, of course. You should submit a ticket requesting that feature. I have entirely forgotten what we were talking about. I have zero idea what feature you mean. Come on, I want at least a place so that it can have a cool line. There we go. Fabergé Ekride 1 has broken down. The graph thing you just mentioned. Oh yeah. It's not that important. I already requested a feature that this should be extended past 5,000. That hasn't been implemented yet. I would much rather see that. I requested a feature a while ago. And it's especially relevant, obviously, with the bigger, you know, the new save format and the extended limits. Is it like a sea lion sound or a seal sound? That's emanating from the circus. Drink some water. You guys should do the same. Ah. I do like me some good water. Oh, by the way, so we went to the zoo yesterday, right? They had tigers there, and we were watching the tigers. At first it was a tiny bit boring, because the two female tigers were just laying down, and the male tiger was just standing in one spot, looking in the same direction for like 5 minutes. But after a while, one of the female tigers started playing with one of the toys, which was a barrel tied to a string, which was tied to a tree. Thank you for the bits, Elfwink. And then the male lion walked over, and they started fornicating. So I saw two lions fornicate. My absolute dream. I mean, I've also seen a monkey, like a baboon, pleasure himself, so... You see some wild things in zoos. That's why I go to the zoo, actually. What kind of zoos do you go to? It happens in every zoo, because that's what animals do. You know, people do that. Animals do too, and they don't care about privacy. At least not nearly as much as humans do. People fornicate in zoos. Definitely. Not on the regular, but I'm sure that some people will have done it. I personally haven't. No. Ah, that's better. You know what was funny? At some point on a safari in, I believe, South Africa, two male lions were caught having sex. So homosexuality in lions. And then apparently some kind of minister or government official, or maybe the president, I don't know, whatever, of South Africa claimed that the lions must have learned that from two gay tourists, from gay people. And then there was a comment below that, which was hilarious, which was like, hats off to the two gay tourists willing to do it in front of the lions. That's absolutely hilarious. I mean, the premise of that is so ridiculous. Yeah, those were some very brave tourists. How stupid can you be as a politician? You know, regardless of certain beliefs and politicians and whatever, in general, people tend to be very stupid and have very stupid reasonings just to support their core beliefs. And we can make fun of this politician because, you know, he's homophobic and whatnot. But I promise you that almost everyone, including probably you, has made some very illogical leaps to defend a strong belief you hold. Or, yeah, something that you're maybe scared of. Oh, we can actually increase the rotations. I kind of knew that, but I never think about doing that. It's a shame that on the Enterprise you can't change the color of the sides of the card. It'll always be grey. I was raised with a certain viewpoint that I've since denounced. That's just one example in me. Who knows what else is left? Yeah, people can obviously learn. But learning to reject viewpoints you've learned as a kid, regardless of how important or unimportant they are, is always very difficult. Okay, I think that's a good time to end the stream, so let's actually beat the scenario. Which we'll do this way. There we go. That was very immediate. I thought it would take like at least a day or something, but nope. Alright. Ooh, let's save. And then, there we go. That's a more high quality shot of the park. Thank you very much for watching. And thank you for the bits, Elfwing. I hope you will have a good year. And all that. And obviously hope you had a good holiday or whatever. But I've already said that. I hope you have a very good year. I hope it's your year. It doesn't have to be, just, you know, if it's just okay, just a little bit better than last year, that's good. Alright, I'll see if who I can raid. No one who I follow is playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. And no one else is playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, except for one guy with 0 viewers who is doing a test stream. So might not be the best idea to raid him now. Oh, hang on. Liampi, or Liampi, Liampi, I don't know how to pronounce it. He's Dutch, so I don't know if Dutch or English. But he is streaming in English. He's doing the NE Awards 2019 edition for New Elements, which is Roller Coaster Tycoon related, actually. Let's raid him. You might find that interesting. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a good night, good afternoon, whatever, good anything. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye bye. Ooh. Ooh.